Hey guys, Chef Leroy here, and welcome to the channel, and thank you for watching the video. And if you like the videos, please hit the like button. Also subscribe if you haven't subscribed up to this point. You know what, they're free to join. They just let you know when I drop a video out there. Otherwise, I'm going to show you something today. I'm going to make a mole chicken taco, but before we can do that, I need to show you how to put the mole together. So let's get after it. All right, guys, we're going to prepare our mole, and I am using mole poblano. I really like this product a lot. It's super fantastic. So I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of the paste to the pan, and I will add 3/4 cups of liquid to it. I used water this time, but you can use a chicken stock if you like. All right, let's go ahead and add the liquid. Again, I'm using water. 3/4 cups of water. We're going to whisk that in really well, and we'll get it over to the stove. All right, get your mole over to your stove and hit that baby up on a medium-high temperature at least. As you're waiting for it to come up to a boil, make sure you're mixing it well, and then reduce it down to a simmer. We're going to let it cook for about 5 minutes. Just make sure to continue to mix your mole as it's simmering so that you do not create any lumps in your sauce. All right, guys, the sauce has been cooking for about 5 minutes. It looks very nice and thick, and that's exactly what we want. Okay, guys, one thing I like to do before I really get going with my chicken mole is I want to grill off my chicken breast. Adds another layer of flavor. So I got my cast iron griddle on my burners here. And we're just going to mark these off a little bit. Now I got a different twist to this. I'm actually going to sous vide my chicken. So this will be my first process, is to get the chicken grilled, and then I'll add mole to the bags with the chicken, and I'll sous vide them. Okay. Still a little sticky at the top here. And that one came right off. Check this one again. Yeah, stuck a little bit there. See that? It's fine. Just go ahead and put them down. Let them grill a little bit on the other side. And we're going to put them onto a plate, which I have sitting here. We're going to let them cool down slightly. Get them into our Ziploc bags. Get the mole in there and get that chicken cooking. So this is what the app looks like on the iPad, and the one I like the best is this ultimate chicken breast right here. I'm gonna go ahead and click that. Goes through all this recipes you can use, but I'm doing mole. It's completely different, so you don't need to follow that. Okay, here's what we want to look at. So our favorite is 149, which will be fine. So set time. It's going to ask you how thick these are. Now some of them are pretty thick, so I'm going to go to the maximum size. And if they're really thick, you could split them, but I'm not going to do that with this time. So go ahead and hit that and start your Joule. Now according to the Joule, it's going to take 1 hour and 30 minutes to cook, and it just came on. And as soon as it's up to temperature, which is going to be 149 degrees, you can drop your chicken in and then hit the it'll come up here with this where the more button is. You just hit that and hit start. All right, let's get back over to the chicken and we'll get that finished up. Okay, back at the stove here. Don't really have to mark the other side so long. And we're gonna get that 4th chicken breast going. All right, my chickens are marked off. I'm just gonna let them cool slightly before I put them in the Ziploc bags, and then we'll add that mole to it. Okay, I got my Ziploc bags. These are freezer Ziplocs. These are gallon bags. I'm gonna split the 2 breasts into each one so they're divided better. And make sure you roll your bag down so you don't get it all messy at the top. Okay, what I would do is divide the chicken based on its size. So we're gonna put one larger breast in one bag along with one of the smaller ones. So it's pretty much one of the biggest chicken breasts there. Got my other Ziploc here. Go ahead and add that to the bag. Put the other one in as well. And there we go. Now, mole is here. It's been cooled for a while. Let's give it a little mix. And we're going to divide the mole into each bag. So try to set your bag up so it's standing a little bit like this. Cover it away. There you go. All right, let's go ahead and put a little bit in each bag. Okay, we'll put the rest in the other bag. And voila, we have mole chicken. Well, not yet. So go ahead and mix that mole around with the chicken really well. There you go. They're ready for the water. Okay, so let's get them in that pan. Okay, let's drop one bag in. And you see the circulators in the middle here, so I'm going to put one bag on one side and one bag on the other side. Okay, just like that. Now I've got these cool magnets. I picked these up online on Amazon. They're rubber coated, and that'll help keep that bag down in the water. The chicken does not float, which is good, but you just want to make sure that it's staying down. Okay. So apply those magnets just like so. All right, so again, like I said, the icon is right here. Hit start. And I'll tell you what time they're done. Oh, something went wrong, it said. Try it again. Okay, now it's working. So it says it'll be done at 6:24 p.m. And then you can pull it. Now, all these recipes have a buffer of time. So even though this will go off at 6:24, you probably have about another 2 hours that you could leave this in here without overcooking your chicken, at least in their recipe, the way it works. So, all right, guys, there you go. I'll show you what it looks like in an hour and a half. So, all right, so timer just went off for the Joule, and right here it says preferred before 8:24. So it gives you another additional 2 hours to leave it in here if you didn't get back to it in a certain amount of time. So let's go ahead and hit the stop button here. And that's it. So now all we have to do is pull out the bags. So slide the bag up and you can pull your magnets right off just like that. Just that easy. Transfer the chicken to a tray or plate or pan, whatever you want to put it into. Just like that. All right, so as I promised, I would show you what the chicken looked like after it was cooked. And full disclosure, I cooked this yesterday, so it's been in my fridge overnight. Do you have to do that? No, you don't. But when it comes to cooking, a lot of times I like to do some of these things ahead of time, so it just speeds up your food prep. Because you know what? When you're hungry, you want to eat quick. Okay, so you don't want to have too many of these steps to deal with. But anyway, I can show you here. And look at this, just pull right apart. Just super soft. That, my friends, is some good chicken. I'm just gonna slice it up thin. You could pull it too, like if you let it cool down to about room temperature and just hand pull it, you can do that as well. Now, I just want to show you the vegetables I'm working with today. So I've got some diced yellow onion. This is a half of a yellow onion. I've got 1 clove of garlic. That was actually a pretty large clove of garlic. Minced that up. Then at the bottom here, I've got a half of a green pepper diced and a half of a sweet bell pepper diced as well. Okay, I actually use an orange pepper. Now, in here, I have poblano pepper. I roasted this, skinned it, and then I diced it up. Okay. Now, in order to roast this, all I really did was put it in my broiler or in my toaster oven and put it on broil. I cooked it on medium for 10 minutes on one side, flipped it and did it 10 minutes on the other side, put it in a Ziploc bag, let it sweat really good, cool down, put it over some over to the sink, get some cold water running on it, just take that skin off, and then I seeded it and cut it up. The thing about poblano is the skin is really stringy, so this is a very effective way of not having that stringiness to your poblano pepper. All right, so for today's dish, we're going to use our hex-clad pan. I'm going to use some avocado oil. You can use olive oil, you can use vegetable oil. I'm going to add about a couple teaspoons to the pan. The pan heat up, and these pans heat fast too. I'm on induction stove. Super quick on how fast this pan heats up. So I got it on a medium heat. Just let that warm up a bit. All right, let's go ahead and add that to the pan. So now a little tip for you too. Reserve some of your liquid because this is flavor, right? And if the dish seems like it's a little too dry, just go ahead and add some of your mole stock to it. I call it mole stock because basically with that chicken juice and the mole, it makes a nice little stock. The plan here is to cook the vegetables until the onions become clear. And then we're going to add that chicken and the poblano to it. All right, I'm back at the pan. Toss it a little bit. Onions are getting close. Put our chicken in there. And at this point too, I'll probably turn my pan down to a lower temperature. And we're just going to let it cook nice and slow. All right, everything's in the pan. So now I'm going to add some of my sauce to it so we can get it a little bit moister. All right, guys, there you go. So I'm going to give you I'll give you a little bit of a video when I'm dishing it up, or even a still picture in a little while from this time on. But that's a great way to make a chicken taco with mole sauce. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed up to this point. Subscriptions are free to join. They just let you know when I drop a video out there. And otherwise, you guys have a fantastic day. Chef Leroy, and out. Okay, guys, the chicken is ready. So sous vide mole chicken for tacos. Look at that. That looks amazing.